Hi guys, Dashadu27 here. Now today's video is going to be something a bit different. If you've been watching my other series, you'll know I mentioned I was going to do a run through of what I do when I start as a new club at a low league manager and what things I would suggest you guys do to get the best out of your club. So first things first, I'm being Luton Town basically for two reasons. One, I support Luton, so I know the players anyway, and two, um, all the information I want to show you they have, so it's sort of easy for me to explain them with this club. Okay guys, so first things first, let's check the 5 messages we have. As you can see, they've got a managing director. So obviously I would normally do the meetings, so I'm just going to quickly do the meetings. Just pick the top one on everything. It's just, I'm just skipping through this. Obviously I would answer them properly, but make sure you do this because it gives you a chance of getting to know the backroom staff and everything. That'll do. Okay, so let's get this started. So the first things first is when you join over here, you should, I would always meet your staff. Okay. Hold on a minute. To get there, Luton staff. Okay, now as you can see, they've got a director of football, so obviously he can help buy players, which is quite good at this level. You've got certain managers. You've got Paul Driver, who's very good with youngsters, so I would keep him. Your assistant manager's pretty good on here. Now this is what we don't need. We don't need 2 goalkeeping coaches at this level. So Carl Emberson's 14 and Kareen's 17. So my suggestion is either get rid of Carl Emberson and save £800 a week, or change him into another coach. It's up to you what you would do, but have a look at your staff, look what you need, and then sort it out. Like I would probably maybe change him into a different coach. Also the physio, if he's not very good physiotherapy, just get rid of him straight away. He's 10, not that bad. You can probably get better than that. Now he is rubbish. No scouting ability or potential. So what I would do is to just get rid of him. It's no point wasting him. He's going to be no good for you. So have a look at your squad. Get rid of the players you don't want. Well, your staff. Get rid of your players and then sign them. So for example, if I went to look for a scout, staff searching, so I'm looking for ability and potential, because obviously you want them to scout your players. I'm looking for a scout, scout, pick ability and potential of 15, and then obviously just put these down. There we go. Glyn Chamberlain, 13 and 14, approach staff. He wants 350. Let's whack that down to 300. Okay, so there you go. Already we've signed a lot better scout for £325. So there we go, we'd accept that. Okay, so that's having a look at your staff. Also look at the boardroom. Check your finances, check the club stable. So as you can see, we've got about £1,000 to spend. Obviously they'll want you to get promoted and everything. So we have a 1-year sponsorship. We've got 713,000, so that's good. Salaries are pretty good as well, so that's not too bad. No, that's not right. What am I trying to do now? So yeah, Have a look at those things, judge what you need, what you don't need, and then act upon it. Okay, so the next thing now is to look at your squad. So as you can see, you get the squad report because that's what you guys need. And I'm just trying, I can never remember where to find it. I should really look at it, report, squad depth. So as you can see, we've got 2 average goalkeepers. We've got a centre back, so it isn't too bad. Right back isn't too bad. Left back isn't too bad. Kizuk and Bukard are out on loans, so which is a bit weird considering they're like our second best players. You'll need to improve on that. Find out what you need to improve on. As you can see, strikers aren't that bad either. So you look at positional strength. So you'd see these two are roughly the same. Why do you need 2 goalkeepers? You're spending money on wages. So he's 35. I'd get rid of him. You'd save £1,000 a week on him. So it's all about looking at your squads, getting the players you want out. So let's have a look at it by wages. So contract. So here's the wages. So John Shaw's our highest paid player, 1,500. He's average, but you've only just signed him, so you won't be able to get rid of him. So you've got Kovacs. These are all pretty good players. So you've got a goalkeeper who's apparently back up on £1,000 a week. Get rid of him. Even though Tyler is the better goalkeeper in real life, he's 35 and he's roughly the same ability. Just get rid of him. Save £1,000. As you can see, Brill's on 800. You've got Dean Beckwith, who's a backup. Get rid of him. £900. You can improve your team so much more on that. Okay. Another thing is with Luton, you can increase how much money you get by clicking clauses. Now if you come down here, you will see a sell-on clause. Luton, Kevin Foley's at Wolves and Luton are entitled to 15%. However, you'd get 363 if you sell the clause, so sell the clause. You get 303. That will improve you so much on your wages. And the same with Crawley Woodrow. Now Crawley Woodrow's a very young player. He was at Luton when he was 16. He was playing for England under 17s and when Luton were in non-league, so obviously he's moved to Fulham. So we get 25% of the next transfer, so sell the clause. Okay, now you'll see finances. You've improved a lot. You'll see your budget is now 174. So you can now go over to overview and change it. Edit the budgets. I would keep a little bit to spend. Probably about somewhere between 40. So as you can see, you've got 4 more grand. If you sell a couple or more players, you'll have £5,000. So it's all about making your squad the best to get promoted straight away. I wouldn't bother about looking for potential when you're at a low league team because your squad will change so much. I'd offer maybe 1-year contracts, and if it's a very good player, 2-year contracts. I wouldn't try and sign players who they reckon will be good at this level. I'd sign players the level above. And if you do that, you will get promoted. Now the next thing is the loan system. Now obviously you can sorry, what am I doing? You can get your team to loan players to you. Now you can get that by getting a club. So what would it request new FLOG card? What these do is you'll get a club. You'll get a club that, I don't know what I'm doing here. You'll get a club that are a division above you. and then hopefully they will help progress your team, and then because they'll be higher than you can loan players in, they'll want them to loan. Or another way of doing it is just go to the transfer centre, player search, look for players on loan, and just try and loan them in. Some of these players will be good, like Craig Force. I'm not loaning him from Watford. Bignell, striker, strong. Look at the main attributes. So obviously you'd scout him. So scout him. You want finishing, composure, pace, things like that. And obviously don't pay on the wages. Let someone else pay on them. So sign them. Also go to like a club in, say, the Championship. Go through them. Look at Barnsley. Look in their reserves. And try and sign some of these players, because they might want to come to you. If they're not, try the league below, because the whole point of the loaning system is to help you improve your team. So there's no point loaning in players if they're not even going to get into your starting lineup. So sign players that you want, sign players that will make you a better team overall. Okay, the next thing is the director of football. Now, Luton have a director of football, and it can help you out loads. So obviously staff responsibilities, hires and fires. Hold on a minute. We've already got a director of football. So you can pick Lil Fucillo, who's the director of football, finds and makes offers for players. So when he does that, he'll find a player, he'll try and sign them. What I normally do is he offers way too much money, or I found out that they do. So what I do is then cancel the offer, and then I offer it and get it a bit lower, because if they've got good potential and good judging ability, then it will help you guys out. What else was I going to say? I think that is mainly it. So the main points when you are starting up as a team in the low level is plan what you're going to do. You have to look after your money a lot more. Get rid of players who are on high wages that aren't even going to get in your first 11. Just by getting rid of 2 players, I would say £2,000. Therefore, I could have signed a couple of players, probably first teamers, who would have gone straight into my team and helped. Have a look at your clauses. Some teams, if you're lucky, have a clause of selling players. Luton do, and it made 500,000. And as you would see, it made that I was able to up the wage budget by 4k. So you think selling 2 players, adding 4k, I've now got 6k. That's probably 6 first team players. Plus throw in a couple of players you're going to loan in from the leagues above. I think you can loan in up 5 or 6, and obviously 3 or 4 can only pay at a time. So you add that in and you've got a whole new squad. Obviously you then need time for them to gel. But those are the main points. Get your team sorted. Get your staff sorted. Get rid of your rubbish staff. And sign good staff with good stats. If you do that, and you do that yearly, your team will progress. Remember, only sign players that are going to make your team better. Don't sign players that are only going to be good for this year. Sign players who are going to be good, or who can play for the year, the league above. You should find that if you're a good team at a level. Also, don't sign players on for more than a year contract, because there's so many players go in and out of clubs that you'll be able to get a better player in the summer for probably a little bit less, and you don't want to be tied down with a squad of 30 players. A squad like Luton, or a squad in the lower league, should have probably 20 to 25 players, and that's probably throw in a couple of youngsters who you're trying to develop as well. So okay guys, that's basically it of this tutorial of lower league football. If you want any more help, please ask me. I'm here. I can help you on players to sign. Obviously I'm doing Churro City, so you seeing how well I'm doing. If you haven't watched that episode, please check that series out. It's brilliant if you want to start out at lower league football. They have no money to spend, but just by signing the odd player here or there and signing the staff, it's progressing. We're supposed to finish bottom. I'm not going to spoil it, but we're nowhere near the bottom. We're actually progressing towards the playoffs. So check that out, please, guys. If you have any questions, please ask me. If you like the video, please like. Let's get a lot more people on the YouTube community watching this video. It can help them out. If you want a video on tactics or training, please let me know and I will do that in the next couple of weeks. Please subscribe if you like this video. There will be new tutorial videos. I might do an in-depth on scouting, in-depth of tactics and training. I'm also thinking of doing a few players I've signed that are good enough for me to do like a special players player. So yeah, there's more to come on my channel. Obviously the main focus is Churro City. Hopefully we can get them promoted up the divisions. I've been Dashadoo27. Please like, comment and subscribe. Bang on.